Well, recently Ryan Reynolds had a lot to say about Wolverine, and I think it does give us an idea of what we're going to see from Logan in the upcoming Deadpool sequel. Let's take a couple minutes to break down what Ryan Reynolds had to say, why I think it's important, and what kind of divergence from the character we're actually going to see. Well, as many of you know, for most of us fans, probably one of the most exciting upcoming projects is going to be Deadpool 3. Not only is Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine, but a whole plethora of Fox Universe characters are indeed going to return. Not only do we have a lot of confirmation from multiple people from the Deadpool franchise, but there's a ton of rumors suggesting other X-Men, as well as some members of the Fox First Fantastic Four could indeed play some part in this film. We also know that Mobius and Miss Minutes are likely part of the project, and it will involve the TVA, using that element of the MCU to find a way to converge these two storylines and ultimately bring Wade Wilson into the Marvel Universe. Now, the biggest news about this project, though, has been the return of Hugh Jackman, and many of us have been wondering about how this went down and what they have planned. And recently, while talking to ET Canada, Ryan Reynolds had a pretty interesting quote. When they asked him how they got Hugh Jackman on board, he said, I never stopped. I was just pestering him like a gnat over the last many years. I believe in timing, and I think he was ready. I think he was excited, and what we pitched him was enough of a divergence from the character that he knows and the character that he left behind that it gives him something completely new to play and something he's really excited to do. Now, I think that is a really important quote from Ryan Reynolds, and remember, you need to understand his position in this movie. Yes, this is being produced by Kevin Feige, but Ryan Reynolds is also a producer, and it's being made in his studio, meaning he has a ton of creative control over the project. Now, not only that, based on this quote, he also knows the history of Wolverine, and when he talks about giving us divergence of the character, well, I do have to wonder what we're going to see in this movie. This pretty much sums up to me that we will indeed see Wolverine probably in his classic yellow costume, but we've been hearing a lot of rumors, and I think the multiverse adventure we're going to go on might actually give us multiple versions of Wolverine, so we might not only get the yellow costume, but we could see other variations like Old Man Logan, Weapon X, or other variations of costumes like the classic gray and black costume or the brown costume. Honestly, Reynolds knows how to read fans, and this is something fans have not just asked for, but demanded for a decade, and Fox really never delivered. I think if Reynolds and Marvel Studios is planning exactly this, it will be an awesome fan service, something fans will appreciate and will absolutely drive people into theaters. Now, ultimately, what we get from Ryan Reynolds, and more importantly, Hugh Jackman, we're going to have to wait and see. I think this is a match made in heaven. Both actors are super excited about the movie, and that always translates into a better film. Fans have waited a long time to see a true Deadpool-Wolverine team-up, and after what we got in Origins, well, it's more than a little overdue. What ultimately this version of Wolverine looks like, well, we're gonna have to wait and see.